As I have talked about the Southern African region really over the last couple of years, and for myself, work to educate myself on what the opportunities are and the time horizons and that type of thing. Outside the region, when I talk to folks, they always reference, almost always reference what you're stating is sort of the immature section of the supply chain, and the fact that, oh, there's a long way to go before the market really achieves viability. So what I think people want to know is, what is that time horizon? What are those short-term opportunities that people can help fill the gaps with? And then long-term, as you look at it, what do you see? And long-term in cannabis could be 3 years, right? So everything shifts so much. But what do you see sort of that time horizon to be before we see a truly sort of viable market, both in the region and then for exports?
Yeah, you want to kick off?
Yeah, I think there's been a long build-up and it's been relatively slow. We've seen the quick starters like our neighbor Lesotho to get licenses up and going, and off they went. But the follow-through is proving to be difficult. So I think South Africa got off to a very slow start. We had to get our legislation in place this year, surprisingly, under COVID, because the government went home during COVID and a lot of stuff stopped. But surprisingly, we have managed to reschedule CBD. We're changing the scheduling of THC. There's been a change in the legislation around regulating a plant and regulating derivatives. And we've seen the first licenses being issued. I know for a fact at the moment, there's a huge number of site inspections going on. And we're hoping that within the next 12 months, the world will recognize that South Africa is in the game. We estimate there's probably been $500 million worth of investment in the country already. There's some big facilities. There's a lot of foreign investors who've come in. There are a lot of local investors. But it hasn't really made the news, and because the licenses haven't been issued.
Right.
But I see in the next 2-3 months, we're going to see, I would estimate, another 30-40 licenses, proper full-blown EU GMP standard facilities. We saw a bit of a false start with hemp, with permits being issued. Again, that's been moved from the health department to the agriculture department. They're busy writing regulations. So I predict before the end of the year, we're going to have a lot of hemp permits, similar to the Farm Bill in the USA, which really kickstarted the industry. So yeah, it's been slow. It's been uncomfortable. We haven't projected the right image. There's been political voices of land expropriation. We haven't been doing ourselves any favors, but I think the timing is now. Africa and South Africa is going to come on the scene, and it's going to happen within the next 6 months.